Hit the link at the bottom of the screen to check out the exclusive show available on odds.com. It's only available on odds.com. Just hit the link to check it all out. Okay, we roll on. Bebsie is now on the board. He's coming off an 11-5 week plus 5.20 units, and we move on. 8:15 p.m. Eastern, Saturday night, Carolina Panthers at Green Bay Packers. Carolina 4-9, 2-4 on the road at the Packers, 10-3, 5-1 at home. Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's going to be cold, 29 Fahrenheit, but not much wind, mostly cloudy, 6 miles per hour is the weather. Total opened up at 51. It's now gone to 51.5. Green Bay opens up as 9-point favorites. That's gone to 8.5. Carolina coming off 32-27 loss at home to the Broncos. Teddy Bridgewater was 30 of 40 for 283 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Robbie Anderson caught 8 passes for our props, 84 yards, getting us the casher there. That gives him a career-high 996 yards receiving on the season. Mike Davis ran 11 times for 51 yards. Christian McCaffrey missed his 10th game of the year because of injuries. We don't know if he's going to be back at this point. Bridgewater didn't have DJ Moore. That was the reason why we moved on Robbie Anderson. His left tackle, Russell Okung, re-injured his calf. It hurts. So Moore is expected to be removed off the COVID list in time for Sunday's game. I talked about Jeremy Chin before, Steve Atwater's nephew, and he was amazing again. He leads all NFL rookies in tackles. He had 8. He had a sack fumble, led to a 53-yard touchdown return by Obata. Panthers veteran quarterback Rasul Douglas got beat twice on double moves by KJ Hamler. He just looks bad out there, and it's too late in the season to do anything about it. Guard Dennis Daly and defensive end Marquise Haynes are listed as questionable. Before we get into the Packers, Bebsie, can the Panthers cover this total? Do you have any hope in the Panthers? What do you think of this Carolina Panthers squad?
I mean, I think there's a bit of value in the Panthers. They're coming off a tough loss, but also some tough injuries. Obviously, the injury to Russell Okung is huge. They still don't have Christian McCaffrey. They've managed well without him for the most part. I think him getting hurt earlier almost helped them open up the playbook a bit, but now they're at a point where they could use Christian McCaffrey. So that hurts. More coming off the COVID list is obviously a big lift, but Green Bay is not a team that really steamrolls other teams. At least they haven't been. And as good as the Packers have looked, I just think it's a lot of points to give right now.
Just like the Lions game. The Packers were seemingly in control all game long, but the spreads are just too big and the Lions cover. I agree with that sentiment that you have. Dutch Boy Fresh says that the Robert Tonyan props will be a look. Green Bay coming off 31-24 victory at Detroit. They moved into top spot in the NFC. They clinched the NFC North. They have the tiebreaker with the Saints. That's how they moved into the top spot. Aaron Rodgers, 26-33, 290 yards, 3 TDs, 0 interceptions. Devontae Adams caught 7 passes for 115 yards. He extended his touchdown reception streak to 8 games. We talked about that prop. It was minus 225. You know, it was like a recreational parlay piece. Is a Devontae Adams touchdown prop right now. He broke the franchise record set by Hall of Famer Don Hudson. Don Hudson had a pair of 7-game streaks in the 40s. Marquez Valdez-Scantling caught 6 passes for 85 yards. Aaron Jones ran 15 times for 69 yards. Jamal Williams ran 10 times for 38 yards. It was, I jumped on both those props. It made me feel very good about myself. I wish I had more victories to talk about. The Packers ran 21 plays in the third quarter for 143 yards. The Lions got 3 snaps, gained 4 yards. I mean, this is a good football team. A cornerback, Chandon Sullivan, hip injury, was hurt during the game, was questionable to go this week. LaFleur said that defensive end Rashawn Gary, who had a sack and has had his playing time limited because of an undisclosed injury, and they wouldn't – I don't know why they didn't let us know. Tight end Jay Sternberger, wide receiver Malik Taylor, guard Simon Stepaniak are all listed as questionable. I don't want the Packers at -9. To me, the only move is the Panthers at +9. And then what do you think of this total at 51.5, Bebsie?
I think if you gave me a free play, I'd take the over. And that has more to do with Carolina's ability to put up points and frankly, cover spreads. So, free play, I take the Panthers and the points, and I take the over.
Do you think sorry to interrupt, but do you think the Packers to win the conference, are they the most likely team to play in the Super Bowl out of the NFC?
I mean, you'd have to. I don't know, man. I think the Rams are being disrespected, to be honest with you. I think they have a very good chance. I think, even Seattle has a good win this weekend, and they've shot up the power rankings. The power rankings are shit. I don't know if anybody puts any stock into them. That's ridiculous. But I really think the most balanced team in the NFC right now is probably the Rams.
They are 4-1 right now. Packers are 2.6-1. The Packers are going to be there. If it runs through Lambeau, almost feels like you could put a decent sized bet on the Packers right now and hedge. That's what it feels like. And
I mean, that's the problem though, is you still don't have fans. Yes, I understand that it's a weather thing a lot with Lambeau, but you still don't have fans. So you want to look at balanced football teams, really, and you need your defense to step up and make big plays. And while the Packers do have a couple of players on defense more than capable of stepping up and making big plays, I like the playmakers on the Rams more.
Yeah, I wouldn't if the Rams are coming to Green Bay, I wouldn't sit there and be confident. But do you think Goff can go into Lambeau at 27?
Well, there's the biggest question mark with the Rams is Jared Goff, and he struggles against good teams. That's just a fact. But McVay, I believe, is getting better at coaching him in tough games and just making sure he protects the ball, which is the biggest thing. Now, I've said since the start of the year. Well, no, that's a lie. I said since about week 3 that Rodgers is on an absolute warpath. So, I mean, betting on Rodgers isn't a dumb thing right now.
And who do they play next week? Oh, I should have this in front of me. Let me just grab it quickly. If anybody has that in front of me, are they now? Because they're going to beat the Panthers. We just don't know.
Beat the Panthers. I just don't know if they're going to beat the Panthers by double digits.
Yeah, and I don't want it. I don't want that. And let me just quickly see who they have next week, because if it's going to go through Lambeau, I think the time is now to get them. I mean, I know it's plus 260. It's not great. They play at Chicago. Could something go wrong there?
Divisional game. Mitchell Trubisky outshone Mahomes and Watson this week, so maybe it's Mitchell time.
Brady says Pack have not proven they can stop the run. Many beat them by running the ball. Rams actually look like a decent future. Yeah, they do. They do. I'm happy we talked that out. Okay. So no move for me in the futures market at this point.